Well, the crowd not very happy, Dave, because they put him just outside that goal line, but boy, it looked like he was stood up right inside that white line, which would have been a safety, but they give him forward progress, and this is dangerously close to a safety.
Yeah, I thought he was in the end zone for a safety. They'll try it this time with the quarterback bringing it straight ahead. He'll get a couple. That'll be about the extent of it, maybe back to the 3, which in this case would create 3rd down 10. Shackner, a couple other Cavaliers there. Eikenberry, 66, against the quarterback, Adam Caldwell. This will be 3rd and 10 as the play comes in with Paul Hall, flanker number 23. You see him just entering the huddle.
And Lehman's defense trying to get the crowd fired up as this big 3rd down play could give Lehman great field position if they can hold.
Particularly punting into the wind. I formation. They'll take it straight ahead and not much there. Deshaun Wynn got it to the 6. That'll be a pickup of 3. Eikenberry, Cisco, Shackner. This will be 4th down and 6 yards to go. And still it'll be a punt where the punter starts out in the end zone. And in fact, we'll boot the ball from there, assuming everything goes properly. Lesenik is the punter. Almost halfway through this 3rd period. There's the snap. Lehman setting up the return. This is a pretty nice kick, but it's into the breeze. It'll hit and take a negative hop all the way to the 26-yard line. And he didn't hit that ball that badly. But on a night like this, the nose gets going the wrong way, and it's on AstroTurf. Lehman with incredible field position.
Actually hit it pretty good, but Dave, I think the wind got it. And actually,
Mike, you look at the spiral and everything, it looked fine.
Just took it back the other way. Didn't let that tail turn over.
From the 26-yard line at the right hash mark, Lehman down by 3. Again, they shift, strength to the left with Judy at tight end and a wing. Split backs, this is Hewitt trying to take it wide. He'll stumble inside the 20 down to the 17-yard line. Nice job by Adam Hewitt, tackled by Hammonds, 25. And he'll be just shy of a 1st down. This will be 2nd and 1 from the 17.
Excellent leg drive by Hewitt that time. Stumbled at the line of scrimmage and still was able with strength and power stay upright and got 9 seconds short.
Good job of staying up, as Mike indicates. I formation, this will be Hewitt straight ahead. He'll get the 1st down and penetrate the 15-yard line. Initial hit again was by Hammonds. Fresh set of 4 for the Cavaliers. This is quite the contrary to an offensive shootout that we thought was possible. Lehman scoring 37 last week, and Reading putting up 39. But Reading's defense has been somewhat of a surprise tonight. They've played fairly well. Lehman, those gotten it deep a couple times and not been able to go in. Right there's a good defensive effort as Hewitt not able to turn the corner. Coffey and Carpenter were the defensive culprits on the play. Forward progress will be to the 16-yard line. This will make it 2nd down and a dozen.
Left side of the defense for Reading right there is they pitch sweep that time to the right side, and their defense crashed in, and now Lehman's 2nd and long.
Pro set with split backs. This way, nowhere to go, but finally Hewitt able to make something of it. Thought he was going to be brought down for loss, but got back to about the 13-yard line with Carpenter on the stop. This will be 3rd down 9 for the Cavs from toward the left hash mark.
Hewitt now, David, 97 yards, so he's very close to getting that magic 100 mark again in his career.
He's done that a number of times. He and Badgett, with their efforts in the 11th game last week, both over 1,000 coming in. This is Hewitt. Will he get to the 10? Yes, that'll be about it, though. That'll mean 4th and 5. 4th and 5. Nash on the stop. Looks like a game-tying field goal will be attempted. This would be a 27-yard boot. The kick at this end of the field that was good for Reading in the first half was from 37. Nose of the football approaching the 10-yard line. 27-yard field goal out of the hold of Dembski. In the middle of the field, Justin Seger, the kicker. There's the snap, the kick. That one's got a bunch. It's not only good, it's perfect, and in the area of the flagpole. We are tied at 10. 3:43 left in the third. Does your pharmacy deliver the best price? Well, let's spell it this way. P for professional, R reliable, then intensive, counseling, and every day. At the Medicine Shop Pharmacy on Russell Road near Wapak Avenue in Sydney, you always get the best price in those terms. They're Sydney's source for all of your home health care needs. Along with price, they deliver prescription drugs, home medical equipment, home oxygen, sleep disorder equipment, complete insurance filing, personal prescription drug counseling, and health insurance assistance, all with competitive pricing. Yes, that's the Medicine Shop Pharmacy on Russell Road in Sydney. They're your ConvaCare agency. Also on the telecast from Welcome Stadium, FD Lawrence Electric, Minster Bank, Medicine Shop Pharmacy, and Geyers Chrysler in Fort Loramie.
Well, believe it or not, Reading has to feel pretty good about themselves. When your defense is starting out at their own 26 or backed up, and you only give up 3, you have to come away feeling pretty good. Lehman does tie the score, but looking for 7, couldn't get it. 3:43 left in the third quarter.
Seger will kick a knuckler that will hit at the 21, picked up by Vampel up to the 20. 25, Judy and Elko will get him at the 27-yard line. Might put it at the 28 for the exact spot. 1st and 10 Reading in a tie football game. .336.
Well, time of possession, such a big factor last week for the Cavaliers. Here in the third quarter, except for 3 plays, Lehman's had the football the whole quarter.
And they've had the wind. If this goes to the fourth quarter with a tie score, you've got to like Reading's chances. I formation, single receiver out to your left. This will be Wynn, trying the left side of the Cavalier front. And Judy, Elko, some others will have none of it. Gain of 1, 2nd down 9. At the time of the next snap, we will have under 3 minutes to play in the third quarter.
16 carries, 33 yards for Wynn here tonight. Lehman's pretty much bottled him up. That time, Dave, he looked like he had some outside leverage to go for, and he elected to go inside, and just nothing there.
Nose of the football at the 30-yard line. Cavs bluffing blitz. They bring a couple of people. Caldwell to throw. Gets out of the pocket, but also runs into Henson. Henson there, as well as Cisco. And the quarterback not getting up immediately. He'll be tended to with 2:46 on the clock, and we'll see how serious this is. Financial solutions for a lifetime at Minster Bank. No matter where you are in life, Minster Bank offers the right mix of convenience, flexibility, and earnings. Whether you're saving for your family or investing in a business, Minster Bank can provide the financial solutions right for you. Minster Bank has an office located on West Russell Road in Sydney, as well as offices in Minster, New Bremen, St. Mary's, Wapakoneta, and inside Wagner's IGA in Minster. Call today or visit the website at www.minsterbank.com. Minster Bank, financial solutions for a lifetime. They're a member of the FDIC and also an equal housing lender. With a spacious location on the east side of Courthouse Square in downtown Sydney, Shelby County Collectibles is your sport card headquarters since 1982. They carry all types of sport cards dating back to 1953, with over 1 million singles in stock along with sets and wax boxes. If you're looking for unique sports-oriented gifts, Shelby County Collectibles has your answer, including the Sydney High School First Century Football History book covering 1896 to 1996, and $10 professionally produced video recapturing the Yellow Jackets' perfect football seasons of 68, 69, and 70 with over 90 minutes of original game footage. Whatever you do, especially with Christmas approaching, make a stop at Shelby County Collectibles. Also on our list of sponsors this evening, AAA Shelby County, including Travel to Paradise, Goffney Furniture, Bunny's Pharmacy, the First National Bank of New Bremen, Sydney, Botkins, and Wapakoneta, Holiday Inn of Sydney and Holiday Inn Express of Troy and Huber Heights, Ernst Sporting Goods of Sydney, Piqua, Minster, and Versailles, Dave Wilson State Farm Insurance, Freshway Foods, Super Subbies, Subs, Salads, and Chili, and Myers Garage and Drive-Thru Carryout in Newport. With an injury on the field, there's 2:46 left, quarter number 3. The injured player did not stay down much longer. That was the quarterback, Adam Caldwell. He'll be relieved by Anthony Pike, number 7. Caldwell has to go out for at least one play. He appeared to be in quite a bit of pain when he first went to the AstroTurf, but did go off under his own power. Score tied at 10. This is 3rd down 7. Big play because they'd be facing a punt into the wind. The toss, that'll be over everybody. Looking for Lesenic. That is way over his head out around the 40-yard line. Cisco, Shackner, and also Palmer in the area for Lehman. That will necessitate a punt. This will be 4th down 7. Clock stopped on the incompletion with 2:21. Lesenic will be the punter. A lot of folks going both ways for Reading. That's not the case for Lehman. Again, the wind hits it, causes a negative, now a neutral roll right around midfield where the Cavaliers will take over at their own 48-yard line. You know, Mike, one of the things you have to do there is keep your own people away from it. Elko, with his back to it, was several yards away. It's something you have to be aware of.
Right, especially with this turf and the bounce. You know you're going to get bounces, so you've got to be very much cognizant of what's going to happen when that ball hits.
This is Lehman's last possession with the wind. Cavalier ball with 2:09, 48-yard line, their own half of the turf. Split backs, nickel comes in motion. Handoff will go to Badgett. Takes it straight up the middle, got about 7. Took some people with him. Hammond's primary tackler, as you see 25 getting up from the pile. This will be 2nd down and still about 3 yards to go for the first. Final 2 minutes of the 3rd period. Score tied at 10. This time the I formation. Motion comes this way with Nickel, straight ahead Badgett. Got a first down and then some, down to the 36. Again, Hammonds is the tackler. Fresh set of 4 for Lehman.
I can almost feel the Cavalier will taking over a little bit here in this quarter as Lehman's had the ball deep in Blue Devil territory much of this quarter now. An injured quarterback the other way. Lehman trying to drive the ball in to take the lead.
If Lehman wins, they would play somewhere in the Dayton area or perhaps even towards Springfield. This is Badgett ahead almost to the 30-yard line. Bottom of the stack this time is Hall, 23. Or excuse me, that'll be 25 Hammonds once again, as he seemed to be in on about everything. Football almost to the 30, where it'll be 2nd down and 4.
15 carries for Badgett now with 65 yards in the game.
Now the final minute of the period. Cavs with split backs, motion toward us. This is Hewitt heading right, got some room, the 20, 15, 10. He's gone, touchdown Lehman. No laundry on the field. The Cavaliers will kick for the point after. Lehman goes 52 yards in 4 plays, and Mike, the wind never became an issue.
That time Lehman set up Hewitt perfectly. Badgett's been doing the yeoman work up the middle, and Hewitt got it to the outside, and no one's going to catch him from behind. Lehman travels the last 30 yards with Hewitt, and they have the lead again. Hewitt's 2nd score tonight and his 18th touchdown on the year.
Justin Sager will go out of the hold of Jim Dembski. Cavaliers are up 16-10. There's the snap and the kick. Knuckler to the left is good. He got it through. So the Cavaliers are up by 7 points. The band's across the field, so we will introduce our own version of the fight song. Good food and fast? Well, you'll find it at Super Subbies. Subs, salads, and chili. They're near Walmart in West Sydney. From the meat to the toppings to the bun, a Super Subbies sub is the best. Call Marty Bowman with your catering needs for luncheons, meetings, and other events. Orders over $15 receive free delivery. Try 3-foot subs for your group. Remember Super Subbies, subs, salads, and chili near Walmart in Sydney, where expanded parking and access await your visit. They're open till 11 on Friday and Saturday. Those are our friends at Super Subbies. Big score, Mike.
It was, and Lehman's finally taken advantage of excellent field position. They've outscored Reading 10-0 here in the third quarter to overcome a 10-7 halftime deficit. Lehman on top 17-10. Certainly the momentum all on Lehman as we enter the final 37 seconds of this third quarter.
A very tightly contested football game. Lehman down 3-0. Up 7-3, and it's seesawed ever since. Sager's kickoff will go deep. Vampel at the 10-yard line. Brings it to the 20. He will get, he's still loose. Cavaliers pursuing him, and Henson will get him at the 24. A lot of people were relentless and would not take no for an answer that time around. And Henson got it done for Lehman. Mike, anytime you stop somebody by any means at the 24, that's good news.
It is a nice effort by the return man, but when you got him running sideways, it's always a good sign usually for the defense. And good to see Caldwell, Dave, coming back into the lineup for Reading. You certainly don't want to see anybody injured, especially in this type of game.
Right, he did appear to be in some pain when he hit the turf, and he was down for a while. He was down for at least 3 commercials. 28 seconds, 1st and 10. They hand it to Wynn, back this way now to Vampel on an end around. Palmer up with Hewitt's support. He goes down at the 30. That'll be a gain of 6, which will probably be the final play of the period. As 2nd and 4 will start the fourth quarter. Reading will have the win, but Lehman has the lead. It's 17-10. Regional semifinals in Division 5 here at Dayton's Welcome Stadium. We're glad to have you with us on Channel 12 Sydney as a rather substantial Lehman throng exhorts their football team going to the final 12 minutes. Are you thinking about switching your car insurance to one of those companies offering only cut rates? Well, what about the things you don't hear about, like personal service and peace of mind? State Farm agent Dave Wilson of Sydney offers qualified new policyholders up to a 20% discount off the already affordable State Farm rates. Now you can enjoy a discount rate, plus the personal service you expect from the world's leading car insurer. Visit Dave Wilson on North Wapak Road in Sydney. Ask for details on the State Farm Auto Discount Program. Also with us, People's Federal Savings and Loan Association of Sydney, downtown, and Walmart, along with Anna and Jackson Center. Emerson Wagner Realty, Errol Browd and Vance Stewart of Edward Jones and Company, Area Energy and Electric with Verizon Wireless, North Dixie Drive-Thru Carryout, Spot Restaurant and Catering, Heinfeld Insurance Agency, and First Star Bank.
Well, Lehman ran 14 plays in that third quarter roughly, and 7 all it was the Reading team could run, and just simple domination by Lehman. No offense by Reading here in the second half, and the final 12 minutes, the Blue Devils have got to find something that'll work against this Cavalier defense.
2nd and 4 starts the last quarter. They're going from south to north from their own 30-yard line. I formation with number 2, Deshaun Wynn at the tail. He'll probably get the football. Long count, here he comes. They block Badgett to the outside, who recovers and gets help from 3 Cavaliers. The gain on the play will be 1 yard. 3rd down 3. Fourth quarter underway.
Caldwell only 2 of 6 throwing the football, just nothing happening there either, and Lehman has held them without a first down since the first quarter.
Redding's touchdown was a 65-yard toss where they put their speed to great use. Looks like they're changing the play at the line. Here's the I formation. Caldwell handed it off, and Quinn went nowhere. There's Elko, 33, 72 Barhorst, 41 Judy. Also 22 Cisco. A whole lot of people got there. And very importantly to start this period, it forces an apparent punt on 4th down 3. $10:45 to play. Nicholas Lesenic is the punter. 3 blockers in front of him, the other 7, of course, on the line of scrimmage. Lazy snap, driving kick that the wind will help. It hits and it'll go a ways. All the way to the 16-yard line. The good news is it's Lehman's ball, but it went about 15 more yards after it hit the AstroTurf. 10:22 to play. Mike, a long possession resulting in a score would get the job done right here.
Yeah, you certainly think so, Dave. Lehman already up by a 7-point margin. Even a 3 might be enough to be the knockout blow against this Blue Devil team.
From the 16-yard line. Dembski and company at the right hash mark go on offense. How many passing attempts for Lehman tonight?
5. 2 of 5.
And this being into the wind, you're not likely to see much. Good yardage for Hewitt. Still on his feet out at the 22. Doesn't want to go down there. Well, a great job of keeping going there. Caldwell on the stop. He's not only back quarterbacking, he's on both sides of the ball. The pickup of 7, 2nd and 3. That makes 2nd and 3rd down, barring penalty or loss, pretty manageable. Under 10 minutes to go. Cavaliers hoping for the 3rd time in their history to advance to the regional championship. Of course, the first time they made the playoffs, they were automatically in the regional championship. Dembski on the keep, cuts it back, 35-40. It's a foot race against Hammonds. 40, 30, he's history. Jim Dembski goes the entire way, 77 yards. No laundry on the field. Touchdown Cavaliers. 2 plays, 84 yards. Possibly to put the football game away. We shall see. Sager will try the extra point. He appeared to have been illegally hit from behind about 40 yards away from the play, close to the end zone. Hope it doesn't affect the PAT. Lehman trying to go up by 2 full touchdowns. In fact, a few folks going to the exits. Interesting. There's the snap and the kick. May have gotten a hand. The kick was no good. May or may not have been deflected. Cavaliers up 23-10. 9:26 to go. For all of your electrical and industrial product needs, see your friends at Dickman Supply. With a modern facility on St. Mary's Avenue just south of Lehman High School, they're ready to serve from a vast inventory. They're the region's only full-line distributor of Cutler Hammer and Cooper lighting products. And they're stocking all types of tools, including industry leaders like Klein, Crescent, and Lufkin. If you're presently remodeling or building, visit their Greenville Stores lighting fixture showroom on Wayne Avenue. Their 3rd branch in Salina is fully operational at 910 Warwick Drive. At Dickman Supply, Tim Geisey and the crew are proud of a long-standing tradition of sponsoring local high school athletics. Join them in supporting the youth of our communities. Looking good, Mike.
Well, when you have Badgett and Hewitt to hand off to all night, and then all of a sudden Dembski keeps it, and there was just a great fake into the line, and then once he got into the open territory, there was not a player on that field that was going to catch him. 77 yards in a hurry, and you said maybe the knockout blow. Lehman up 23-10, and we've got less than 9.5 minutes to go in the football game.
Knockout blow? Well, this next Reading possession should tell. Segers Duckler hits at the 28, picked up by one of the up men, who will get about 4 more yards out of it. Adam Blevins got up to the 32. Cisco over there for Lehman, 22. So from the 32, all at once, Reading is looking at some urgency. Reading and Lehman have both scored touchdowns on very long plays. Reading also had a narrow miss on a similar opportunity on a slant pass. 9:19 to go.
Well, when you're a one-dimensional offense and that dimension shut down, it's hard to figure out what to do, and that's what's happened here tonight. Deshaun Wynn has just been held to 35 yards in this football game, and that's about the story.
And how many of those at halftime, Mike?
Yeah, 31.
Yeah. I formation. Caldwell will give it to Wynn. He got about 2. There's Barhorse, 72. Bates, 73. Cisco, 22. Nice job of the Lehman D. But again, you're really only defending one thing. Not to say they weren't burned by a pass and almost burned by a second one. Nevertheless, this is out to the 35-yard line, where it'll be second down and still the better part of 8. Under 9 minutes to play. The Lehman lead is 13.
Don't see a sense of urgency yet to this offense.
Still the eye with a wing to the right and motion. Long count, Caldwell to throw. Sets up an over-the-middle screen where he's got Vampel. Vampel's got some room approaching midfield. Will not quite get there. Pretty good tackle for the Cavaliers by Adam Hewitt. I apologize for a little vibration in the screen there, but believe me, we're out among them tonight, and if somebody runs by and chooses to jump, that happens. There's a timeout on the field as Rick Shackner will want to talk to his defensive unit with the football at midfield almost on the gain of 14 yards up to the 49, where it'll be first down and 10. Rick Shackner was in the press box in the first half. Now you can see very much he's on the sideline and is quite demonstrative with what he's saying to his defense at this point. Also on the telecast, as we check out the Lehman defensive huddle at the sideline, Dickman Supply Company with 3 locations. Sydney Shelby County YMCA. Doctors Urbank, Boslett, and Justice of Sydney Family Medicine. Shelby County Collectibles. Mark Knupp Muffler and Tire in Piqua. Tooling Technology of Fort Loramie. Ratterman Custom Home Builders. Shelby Landscaping, and Salmon Electric.
Dave, just to point out the kind of job Lehman's done on defense, this is a football team that scored in the 40s the last 4 weeks of the regular season, and really, except for a Wyoming game, they got blown out 55-6. They've been almost 20 to 25 yards average scoring. So Lehman's done a heck of a job in keeping this team in check.
8:17 to play. This is first and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Caldwell wants to throw. Chased, and they got him. A.J. Judy, 41. The Cavaliers sideline and stands getting into it. They can sense a regional final berth. You've got to win 5 to run the table. This is week number 2.
At that time, it looked like it was a roll to the left side, and Caldwell looked up, and there was Judy, and Judy showed good speed as he ran the quarterback down from behind. Big loss in the play. Now 2nd and 16 from the Rome 43. Clock moving, 7:45 and counting.
And indeed, that's a big factor. Vampel is split left just outside the areas. He's in a little bit tighter now, I formation. They'll fake. Elko has the quarterback. And when this team has to throw, Lehman is sending the people, and these last 2 plays with exceedingly good results. This will be 3rd down, and the only reason it's not more than it is because Elko got there so quickly. This will be at the 33, 17 to midfield, 9 more for the first down. It's 3rd and 26. That play lost 10. The previous one lost 6.
26 would almost represent, in fact, Wood would represent more yards than they've got the whole 3rd quarter and part of this 4th quarter on one play. It's going to be tough.
Now a whistle and a conversation among three of the officials. We certainly hope the other two do not feel left out. Caldwell used the opportunity to talk to his head coach, Ken Miner. Number 8,